What's up, traders? Marcello here, founder of the Day Trading Academy. With here my man, the one and only, the hitman, Nikolai. I recorded a video a long time ago, the first day that Nikolai quit his job and was trading live. I found it, so I'll be able to upload it, but this is going to be the follow-up to that journey or his professional trading career. So how long has it been since you first started?
Well, almost a decade with the markets, a little over 7 years with the futures markets.
So let's go ahead and go back. How's it been so far? How have the markets been treating you, kind sir?
Better by the year. I've had my challenges, but for the better part, it's been a blast.
Share with them a little bit about the experience that you've had, if you've had any ups or downs, being able to balance work life, trading. Just share your experience overall over the last few years.
Well, definitely there was an episode in which getting accustomed to a different daily routine took some good planning, but it's really not a difficult lifestyle to get used to. Probably the hardest thing was balancing all the sitting, and the desire to do more and more with having a nice balanced daily routine, which is very, very important. If you're gonna play with the big boys, you gotta play hard and you gotta rest 100% as well.
Now, from that day where I recorded, and you guys will get that video soon, hopefully. That day when you started trading for full time, you quit your job, and you started teaching other people. How has the experience been being able to help other traders get to the point where you are now? Well,
the teaching really has been informing my own trading a lot. There's a certain level of commitment to break down your own process and really frame it in a way in which it makes sense to other people. And this really helps you to integrate your own principles even better. And I gained a level of clarity, which only made me hungrier to do more and more and to get deeper into it. I really didn't think that teaching would be something that I'll stick around to for a while, but this brought a lot of synergy to my own trading, so I don't plan on giving that up at all.
Now, if you guys should be able to see behind me, maybe I'll do a little panorama, but this is the first trading center that we have, I guess, and if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have been able to find the traders here in Colombia to be able to train them to get to the point. You can see the guys in the back, they work for the fund. This sir here will probably be managing money soon because that's his next goal. So what do you think of all this time in the 7 years that you've been trading? What recommendation would you give people watching, the people watching right now? Because obviously they want to be able to learn more, or they need to, they don't have the consistency, or they're brand new to trading. So what recommendation would you give people now that are watching?
Spend quality time working on your craft. It's definitely a journey. It doesn't mature overnight or even over just a few weeks. Trading is probably the best career you can develop, and there's definitely a commitment to the development of the skill. You will have hard times, you will probably hit some plateaus as well, but
you will be hitting plateaus.
All it takes is to be patient, do the work, listen to your feedback loop, very important, and visualize that goal. It is attainable. It is achievable.
I think one of the things that most of you guys don't understand about trading is first of all, it's not something that 2 weeks from now you're going to start making $1 million, because that's what everybody. Right. Everybody obviously thinks that you're going to start trading, you buy some holy grail platform or whatever, and then in 2 weeks you're going to make $1 million. That's not how it works. So it is going to take quite a bit of work. This guy gave it his all. He would be working outside all day, come home dead tired, and still look at charts. And another thing which you just pointed out, which I think is really, really important to be able to understand, is this isn't something where you just, you learn something from college, you get a 9-to-5 job, and you just go through the motions every day. Nikolai, above all, is somebody that I really admire, and somebody who continues to get better, because he's the kind of person that wants to get better no matter what. whether it's learning from different people, keeping his body in top shape, keeping his mind in top shape. I overheard you talking to Jared how you're using the mouse on the left hand instead of the right now to be able to continue to. So it's those kinds of things that I think really differentiate somebody who's just going to be a fly-by-night operation where you're going to kind of try to day trade and you're never going to really learn, compared to somebody like Nikolai, who now has gotten to such an elite level where he can literally trade at any time, at any place in the world, because we do quite a bit of traveling. So talk a little bit about that, how people don't really understand that this isn't just something that you learn once and then that's it, it's over.
It's not, and unfortunately most people also come to the game with unrealistic expectations and the wrong idea about what are the skills they actually need to eventually do this professionally or for a living full-time. Patience, discipline, realistic expectations, layering of the skill. It really takes patience. It's a commitment, and we've made the program around these fundamental beliefs. I really can't possibly overstate that you have to be committed to the process, and you have to be ready to do a lot of adjustments, not only to the way you operate in your daily routine in front of the markets, but also to the way you really perceive these, elements of the process. You gotta be flexible. You gotta be willing to change. At the same time, there's a lot of doubt, frustration. You gotta be good at managing yourself. There's a lot of subtle.
What do you think has made you so successful in comparison to anybody else? I would say, but I want you to share in your own words what you think has made you so successul.
Probably accepting the reality of where I am at every level of the journey.
Let me interrupt you, because this guy is smart. Like, look at that big brain he's got in there.
Wow.
So it was. If there's something that I can say, that if it doesn't matter if you're the smartest person in the world or the dumbest person in the world, because in the beginning you also had things that you had to overcome as well. So
I really think that it's more the fervor to learn, because the raw intelligence really has very little to do with trading success. You really don't need any prior knowledge or experience with the markets or economy or business. It really doesn't help. If anything, it's best to come to the table with the glass empty. But bring your good attitude, good working attitude. The ethic should definitely be there, and patience. Also, what I started with is you have to own the mistakes that you make. You gotta understand that you're not gonna learn. You're not gonna learn fast, so you're not gonna run before you can walk. First, you're gonna crawl, then you're gonna walk, and the experience really. Well, hopefully, yeah. Eventually, that's the goal. The transition itself between getting good at the technical and then gradually moving to the live market and eventually even switching to doing this full time. This is a unique challenge usually for everybody because of the various circumstances people have in life. But whoever's committed eventually finds the way to do this.
Now, what do you think people can do or focus on to be able to get better at trading? If they're looking for consistency or they're brand new at it, give some people that are watching this video some tips about what you can do, because I know you've done a ton of stuff.
It's very important to monitor your own process in terms of what are you actually focusing on while you're in front of the chart. What are really the elements, the input that you put into the decision-making process, because sometimes you believe you're doing something, but it takes recording yourself or for somebody to look at you from the third person to show you that you actually are taking the decisions in a way different than the one you believe you are. Also, I believe that regular, consistent, quality work is much more important than doing, let's say, 10, 12, 15 hours every day, being relentless.
Quality over quantity, guys.
It's all about quality, and there comes in the good balanced daily routine, good rest. Big on sport as well. I believe it's very important. You're a performer, you're a professional decision taker, so you have to be always in good shape.
You should see this guy at the gym. Now that you've gotten to this point at your career, day trading, where do you think you want to go from here, or where do you see yourself going from here?
Well, I do intend to keep mentoring as much as my current level of engagement with other projects allows, and also managing money. That is the next step. I know there's a lot of interest in that, so I'd also like to do maybe some more private mentoring. We already talked about that. You guys will hear about details further down the line. But yeah, for me, the next probably most exciting step is managing money professionally.
And what other tips would you give anybody, or maybe some last words about? I mean, obviously you've been doing this for a while. For those of you guys watching this, I think you only did options and then futures. You're stuck at futures. Maybe why don't you share that as well? Why don't you trade things like Forex and stocks and binary options? Well, CFDs. Why do you trade futures?
Maybe other people find success in other markets. I believe that the futures is the very best. The arena that's structured in the very best way for the retail traders. It's just the whole process from the customer to the broker. The machine works very well. It's a very efficient process. I believe it is the best place to learn. The learning curve is the most efficient because you don't need to wait for an extended period of time to see if you're right or wrong. Average holding time is relatively short. And if you're quick on your feet, you can learn very quickly. As far as advice I would give is to really try to practice the fundamental elements of the proper mindset for trading in your daily life as well.
So explain to everybody what that means, like the fundamental aspects of daily life.
If you are an undisciplined person in general, it will be much harder to summon that discipline while you're in front of the chart.
And so by stress, he means live trading. Whenever you're in a live trade, obviously you're going to be under stress.
Well, everybody wants that trading consistency, correct? And people probably don't realize that you can't really will yourself in the zone and just perform and call the market's next move. It's more about having a very efficient, very well exercised process and being able to methodically execute your technical preparation, your current skill level with a manageable level of stress in order to get that consistent result. Consistency is really a function of executing your plan without deviating from it under stress. This is the performance element of trading.
So I'm gonna do a little bit of a blitz. Favorite place to trade? We've been to Colombia, Brazil, Australia, London, obviously Bulgaria, Spain, Nantucket Island, United States, New York, Florida. Best place to trade.
I gotta say, I really enjoyed being in Rio. Rio was great. We should go back again.
I think we'll close it there. Any last words for everybody watching?
I don't know. Just commit to the process and come work with us. I believe we have a lot to offer.
I hope in 5 or 10 years we'll probably be bald and gray. we'll do another video in 10 years. Hopefully Nikolai at that point will be managing a few $100 million. Maybe we'll have a few other trading centers around the world. That ideally is the idea that we had. Maybe we'll do it in Rio as well in the future. So let us know if you guys have any questions. You can leave a comment here on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. You can go to daytradingacademy.com as well. We'll have a page for Nikolai where you guys can either leave comments, see the original video that we did years ago in Toronto when we first met. But yeah, man, it's been a journey.
Thank you very much.
It's awesome. You've come a massive way. I think I have too as well. So hopefully in 10 years we'll see you guys soon, man.